This is Opak from the Predatory Lending Network saying oil prices over the last year have moved from 66 down to as low as 29 and is now currently holding around $40. What do you make of this, Woody?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, I think. I got all the horsepower I need right here in Trusty Bullseye.
Now the low oil prices have caused many problems in oil producing regions. What do you mean? And laying. Now I'll read the actual question. The low oil prices has many oil producers laying off workers. What do you make of this?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we need some extra people down at the stables, and also I could use a few extra deputies, so come on over.
Now, do you think the seasonal rise in demand will outweigh the global price war between oil-producing nations?
Nah, I don't think so. We got all the oil we need, and I don't think that demand will have any impact.
Now, what do you think will happen at the Global Oil Producer meeting on April 17th?
You got to watch out for those Tesla fellas. They're coming.
So in closing, any last-minute things you'd like to say?
Hi, Bo.
So in closing, this is Opak from the Predatory Lending Network saying, OPEC is your friend, so buy more oil. Now this is Opak from the Predatory Lending Network saying oil prices this year have moved from 66 on the high end down to as low as 29. And it's now holding around $40. What do you think of that?
That's bullshit.
Okay, now the low oil prices have many oil producers laying off workers. What do you make of this?
That's also bullshit.
Now, will the seasonal rise in demand outweigh the global price war between oil-producing nations?
Will the seasonal rise in demand outweigh the global price war?
Yeah, between Saudi Arabia and Iran, because that's why oil prices are low.
The problem is that we need to find other alternatives to oil. That's really the only solution, because there's going to forever be problems between people over oil until we just get rid of it altogether.
Okay, now, what do you think will happen at the Global Oil Producer meeting on April 17th?
I'm not too familiar with what they'll be discussing at this meeting, but hopefully positive changes. That's all you can ask for, is that hopefully they will eventually figure it out and make some positive changes, because right now it's not good. The prices are always up and down all over the place, and there's, fighting and craziness, and it's just ridiculous. Why can't we just all travel by magic?
So in closing, is there any last minute things you'd like to say?
No, I'm good.
So in closing, this is Opak from the Predatory Lending Network saying OPEC is your friend, so buy more oil.
No.
All right, this is Opak from the Predatory Lending Network asking folks about how oil prices over the last year moved from $66 down to as low as 29 and is now holding at $40. What do you make of this, sir?
Well, it's a good thing, right?
Now, the low oil prices have many oil producers laying off workers. What do you make of that?
For me, honestly, the way I look at things is, not to sound heartless, but I never put all my eggs in one basket. I always make sure that if one thing didn't work out for me, I'm skilled in another, so I can just move on to the next.
Now, do you think the seasonal rise in demand will outweigh the global price war between oil-producing nations?
No.
Now, what do you think will happen at the Global Oil Producers meeting on April 17th?
I have no idea, bro. I guess we can just hope for the best.
So in closing, is there any last-minute things you'd like to say?
No. Hey, WonderCon. Hey, Mexico. Hey.
So in closing, this is Opak from the Predatory Lending Network saying OPEC is your friend, so buy more oil. Now, this is Opak from the Predatory Lending Network asking folks, now oil prices over the last year have moved from 66 down to as low as 29 and is now holding around $40. What do you think of this?
Well, when it comes to oil, I don't know why we're not using natural resources. I mean, you got the Tesla cars. Those things are amazing out of all of electrical vehicles now. But overall oil, I don't know. Well oil used to work great too.
Now, the low oil prices have caused many oil producers to lay off workers. What do you make of that?
Well, they're laying off workers. Just give some workers, if they want to cosplay, more time to cosplay.
Yeah. Will the seasonal rise in demand outweigh the global price war between oil-producing nations?
Yeah, sadly, I do believe that the demand for the oil will outweigh everything else.
Now, what do you think will happen at the Global Producers meeting on April 17th?
That's what's going to happen on that. People with money are going to say we need oil, while the people who don't need oil, like we don't need oil. It's just going to be a bickering back and forth, and that's the problem. There's no compromise within the system.
So in closing, is there any last-minute things you'd like to say?
WonderCon's awesome. Predator's my favorite. And if you have anything to do, don't hate other cosplayers. Just because we like to dress the way we like to dress, show the love, show the respect. That's about it.
So in closing, this is OPAC from the Predatory Linden Network saying OPEC is your friend. So buy more oil.